It's a beautiful day in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm coming to you from my backyard after watching episode 180, where Cowboy James Storm returned to Memphis Wrestling. And anytime the Cowboy is around, it's going down. And it definitely went down today on Memphis Wrestling. Let's talk all about it. It's a huge weekend. While you guys are all filing in here, go ahead and put your questions in the comments, say hello or what have you. Big shout out to all the members only, but big weekend coming up where tonight, we're going to be live at Dave and Buster's. Watch WWE SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer, absolutely free with us at Dave and Buster's in Memphis. I will be there. I'll have some free power cards as well. What's up, Rico? How are you? And then, of course, tomorrow is a huge day for Memphis Wrestling. Live at 3296 Winbrook Drive at the Memphis Wrestling WrestleCenter. It's TNA Knockouts World Champion and NXT Superstar. Yeah, and Monday will be WWE Superstar and quite WWE Women's World Champion one day. Anyway, Jordan Grace is coming to Memphis Wrestling, also former Ring of Honor World Champion and the best technical wrestler in the world today, Jonathan Gresham. They will be here tomorrow. If you go take a look at the tickets, the seating chart on memphiswrestling.tv, you'll notice there's not a lot of seats. So if you plan to come, I don't know that you're going to be able to pull up. You need to get those tickets. Use the code TNA at checkout, and that'll save you $5 per ticket. Jordan Grace, Jonathan Gresham tomorrow at the WrestleCenter. And that's super cool because today we had Cowboy James Storm on Memphis Wrestling. And then coming up on August 10th, benefiting St. Jude, ECW legend Tommy Dreamer is coming to help raise money for St. Jude and for a Pontotoc street fight against Psycho Simon. It's going to be awesome. Get those tickets right now, memphiswrestling.tv. Now, that's an event that even if you're not in the local market and you want to donate to our St. Jude fundraiser, purchase a ticket. They're as little as $10. And then we can donate that ticket and make sure that a kid is sitting in that seat. So that's memphiswrestling.tv. And we all know that on August 25th, the Sandman is coming to Memphis Wrestling, presented by our friends at Ghost River Brewing. And Ghost River Brewing is going to be in the house as well. What's up, Robert? How are you? Thomas says yellow. Dustin, mercy. Daddy, mercy. That's a whole bunch of old school Memphis Wrestling right there. Bo says RIP Wilford Brimley. Rico says, this is a question I wanted to know how you guys determine when a trainee is ready for a match. Well, pay close attention to tomorrow's television taping because it's going down. We've got some debuts coming up. Also, there's been talks of another Stars of Tomorrow in the year of 2024, and that could be a special episode of Memphis Wrestling. And if you missed the Stars of Tomorrow Part 1, go back and check that out. The likes of Tim Bosby, Mackenzie Morgan, Big John Dalton, and so many more. It was really, really cool. Go check that out in the archives here on the YouTube page. But yeah, you just see something within them, I guess. You see that they're working hard. You see all the way Ray Collins, of course, lost a lot of matches on the road, but now earned himself an internet championship match because he was red hot. Look at Big John Dalton, rookie sensation. 18 years old, was tag team champion with Buff the Stuff Bagwell. So you kind of see it and you see them grow up on the television program. Rico, that was for you. Patrick says, hey, Dustin, hopefully we'll see Tim Bosby versus Jonathan Gresham. I want a technical masterpiece. Hey, it could happen. Jonathan Gresham will be in the same building at the same time as the Boss tomorrow. Jeffrey says, so Dustin, did it take Coach Pillar to convince you to let him take a cane shot? I think it was just as much a surprise to Coach Pillar as it was to everybody else. And I'm not even joking. And if Coach Pillar is in here, he can put a couple of comments about it. But I think he was just as shocked as anybody. And I think he was even more shocked at just how much it hurt. How many times have you ever seen a kendo stick broken over somebody's back? I was thinking, I've seen the Sandman wield a ton of kendo sticks, and a couple have broken, I guess, but he's been doing it for, 30 years? So, yeah, big shots on Coach Pillar's back. Shout out to Coach Pillar, and he's doing some great work. There he is right here. Let's go. I want her. Dustin's phone dinging right now. I want to hear Dustin's phone dinging right now supporting St. Jude. Yeah, go ahead, guys. memphiswrestling.tv. Rob says, great episode. I watched it, but couldn't get on the live chat due to a poodle needing a haircut. A 20-pound dog can put up a fight. Unlike Mike Anthony, I won. What another loss for Mike Anthony. Thanks for that, Rob. And I love that championship badge you've got. Oh my gosh, Mike Anthony was so close to beating Cowboy James Storm. What a way to end the losing streak by beating a former world champion. But then Jay Smooth, apparently trying to impress Hollywood Jimmy Blaylock, cost Mike Anthony the match? You gotta be kidding me. Robert says, Executioner says hello. Say hello. What's up, Cosmic Joe? Nice championship badge. Coach Pillar's in the house. Rob says, how's Big John Dalton's nose? By the way, Rob's got a red gun show championship badge here. I love that. Big John Dalton, I don't think he broke his nose, but man, that's a lot of people were saying something about the blood. Yeah, we're not necessarily allowed to have blood on television due to the stations that we're on, but I think a bloody nose is okay. Now, if he had a big laceration, we might have had to change the screen to be black and white. So if you ever see that, trust me, it's not because of me. It's because of the stations that we're on. Also, big shout out to Action News 5 Plus, WBBJ in Jackson, Tennessee. Oh, yeah. Also, WCBI, I want to give a big shout out to them. Also to Allie Martin for letting us come on and smash somebody through a table. I don't know if Reverend Ash Taylor was very happy with that. Rico says, also, could we see you have a new class episode similar to Stars of Tomorrow? Okay, I answered that just a minute ago. We are looking at a Stars of Tomorrow. And I said that before we even looked at that question. Kids look like they had a fun at the camp. Yes, Memphis Wrestling Kids Camp was a ton of fun. There's also some other highlights and stuff of the actual workouts and all that good stuff. So it was a ton of fun. Rico says, yo, dude, Mike took a beating from everyone. Yeah, he did. He passed him around. Is that a disqualification, guys? If James Storm holds Mike Anthony up for the fans to hit him. What's up, Andrea? How are you? Willie says James Storm hasn't lost a step. Heck no. Also, the dude's starring in movies and TV shows. Rob says Coach took one for the team. Brave man. What's up, Ken Terminated? Willie's in the house. Patrick says, book that Dustin injected into my veins. Well, stay tuned. You never know what's going to happen on Memphis Wrestling. Bo says, I just have to bring attention to the fact that BJD caught a little low blow there on Brad when he scooped him up for the slam. Get out of here, Bo. Just like Psycho Simon wasn't the one to attack Jay Webb last week. Not only did he attack Jay Webb, and I will say, Matchmaker Michael should not have called out Psycho Simon. You don't poke the bear. But anyways, Psycho Simon now smashing Michael through a table. King Cobra said it doesn't look good. Rico says, is Amir, has Kirk Swiss become Donald Trump 2.0? Oh my goodness. That's going to be polarizing on the show. Either way, there's been a lot of response to Kirk Swiss making Memphis great again. Keith says, wild fight today between Psycho Simon and Michael. Dustin, it's all Jay Smooth's fault, says Ken Terminated. I think that might be the case, actually. Patrick says, is last week's episode still up? I was busy last week. Patrick, all the episodes are up and available in full, absolutely free. You can check that out in the full episode of Memphis Wrestling playlist. Also, some of these episodes have extended versions, and you'll have to be members only in order to see that. Coach Pillar says he was shocked. It was very blunt instead of a sting. I would do anything for the kids of St. Jude. Just remember, Reverend, I have friends. Ooh, that sounds like a threat. All leading up to August 10th, St. Jude fundraiser. Rumble on the trail. I can't wait, guys. Rico says, was that Jay Smooth thinking Blaylock wants nothing to do with him? I think Jay Smooth was trying to help out and impress Jimmy Blaylock so he could get in the Hollywood clique. We've been seeing this go on for a couple of months, it seems like. Andrea here. How are you, Andrea? That was disgusting to see Psycho Simon beat up Michael and putting him through a table. Hope Simon gets fired from Memphis Wrestling. How about you? All right. You guys may have changed my mind in the live chat. Matchmaker Michael did call out Psycho Simon. So one could say that he got what he deserved. What do you guys think? You should never attack a matchmaker or somebody with authority in any company that you're working for. But what if your boss calls you out? What if your boss wants to fight? I don't know. That's the question. We'll see. Rob says it's funny. Jimmy hurt Mike's chances. I bet he's rethinking joining the Hollyweirds. Let's see. Patrick says, would you book Mox? He's a bleeder. I would book Mox all day long. Robert says, I grew up in Pensacola, Florida. Wrestling runs deep in our family. Well, Robert, Memphis, Tennessee is no different, baby. Welcome to the program. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're in the area, which it doesn't seem like you are. But if you're ever in the area, come check us out live at the WrestleCenter. Moment of silence for the table. Some grave all for the episode, says Rob. Man, what a table smash. And I was scared they were going to go through the freaking wall, man. Michael challenged and provoked Simon, and Simon simply answered in kind. That is true, Bo. I will say that you were You are correct. Rico says Big John Dalton and Coach Pillar as a tag team. McLick, nice red championship badge. How's Michael doing? Well, we heard from King Cobra on the phone. He said it doesn't look good, so stay tuned. Ken Terminator says, Patrick, even Tommy Dreamer would tell Mox to calm down on the color. I don't know if we'd be able to have Mox do the color, but if he did, we just turn the screen black and white. I'm sure people would watch it. Sicko Simon strikes again. Mark Posey, what's up, brother? You need to come see us, man. Paris Beach is here. When's the next show? It's tomorrow, actually, at the WrestleCenter, 12:30 to 1:30 VIP. You can meet Jordan Grace, Jonathan Gresham, and the stars of Memphis Wrestling. 1:30 bell time. Who will Jonathan Gresham wrestle? Who will Jordan Grace wrestle? Will they wrestle together? Got to get that ticket, memphiswrestling.tv. Use the code TNA at checkout and save $5. Jay Webb versus Psycho Simon in a tables match. Who books Memphis Wrestling? Says Lanny Kialoa. I think I said that correct. That would be myself, among others. Rico says new debut. Sweet. All right, let me get caught up real quick, guys. Do you think there's a lack of professionalism in AEW? I think there's too much stuff online in the public in AEW. Andrea says, I'm super excited. Jordan Grace and Jonathan Gresham, how about you? Oh, I'm so fired up. And so are the fans of Memphis Wrestling. There are almost no seats left. Paris says, one day I'll go to a Memphis show. Will you let me know and I'll hook you up? I think justice will be delivered, served, and I think justice should be delivered and Mike should order a suspension. Ooh, Jordan Grace versus the mysterious big lady. Will she be there? What's going to happen next? Come to Jackson, Tennessee soon. Thomas, we are going to be at the Benton County Fair in Camden, Tennessee, coming up next Thursday. Actually, this Thursday, the 8th. And then we will be in Clarksburg, Tennessee, coming up on Friday, August the 16th. And then after that, up near you, where we have our WBBJ viewership, after that, we'll be Gleason, Tennessee for the Tatertown Throwdown on August 24th. So we are all around you. I want you to come up and shake my hand or dap me up. Come see us, Thomas. MemphisWrestling.tv. Rico says, Dustin, at some point, save your energy. Let the wrestlers do their own promos someday. Oh, gosh, the show would be nothing but promos. What's up, Brian? How are you? Jeffrey said, don't fire Simon. I love Mikey, but his emotion got the best of him. Someone I really want to see in Memphis Wrestling is Low Key. I used to work with Low Key at Florida Championship Wrestling in the developmental territory. Rob says the Olsen twins lost to the twins of Strangeness. The twins scare me. Actually, Reef the Beast was watching that and said, man, those guys are silly. That's what he said. Did you get the ROH link I sent you? Yes, I did. Thank you for that, Patrick. Keith says, did anyone hear there was a series of talks of Shane McMahon debuting in AEW? I don't know if I believe any of what I'm reading about that. Andrea says, what match are you most excited to see at SummerSlam? Me, I'm excited for Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with Seth freaking Rollins as the guest referee. I think I'm looking forward to seeing that. Also, I want to see what they do with Gunther and Priest because something's going to go down there. Also, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. That is a must-see. You definitely want to watch that one. I'm going to be watching absolutely free at Dave & Buster's tonight. Brian says it's going to be awesome. So does Rico. I can't wait for it. What's the status of Big Swole Justin Cole? I can't wait for Big Swole to come back to Memphis Wrestling. He's taking care of some business right now, and you will see him at some point. Don't think we've forgotten about the big man. The MKZ assassin is more of a force of nature than a wrestler, is what Rob says. Stay tuned. I'm excited for Cody versus Solo. Sure enough, that Cody will win, right? But will we get Roman Reigns? Andrew says, hey, Dustin, the twins of Salem really scare me, but they're good in the ring together. I totally agree with that. Hope we get news on the condition of Michael. Doesn't look good. That's all I know, Keith. Hardys at SummerSlam. There are rumors that the Hardys are in Cleveland doing some stuff for the .com or what have you. So it could happen, Cook. Brian says, when we see the big woman that took out MKZ, I have no idea. This person is not signed with Memphis Wrestling. I have no idea who this is. But stay tuned. I'm sure we're going to find out very soon. All right, guys, big, huge weekend tonight. Dave and Buster's. Watch WWE SummerSlam with us. It's absolutely free. Plus, I'll hook you up with a power card, which is a free game card. Rico, Dustin, I don't believe in the word overrated. Some people aren't superstar material as far as WWE. I totally agree with you on that, too. Then tomorrow, Jonathan Gresham and Jordan Grace are coming to Memphis Wrestling. Get those tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. Save $5 with the code TNA at checkout. And I will urge you guys, We have the Sandman coming up on August 25th. Before that, August 10th, we have Tommy Dreamer coming. And then on October the 6th, at our Halloween Spooktacular, Danhausen is coming to Memphis Wrestling. I really do urge you to grab those tickets in advance. Right now, actually, because they're selling so good, they will sell out. People that do wait probably will not have a chair, and they will definitely want one. And those of you who go to the show that are in here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Murray, I'll be back Memphis Wrestling next week on Extra Large. My response to Ash Taylor. All right, Coach Pillar's on the program next week. Michael's hair was back in the former glory. Yeah, I like the former glory. Bo says Mike Anthony's more likely to get a win before the year ends than there's a chance of Shane showing up in AEW. How do you feel about the Rascals back together? I don't know a lot about them. Sandman versus Psycho Simon. Parker Boudreaux is going to be at CCW on August 24th. We'll see. Don't hold your breath on that one, Rico. Patrick says, I'm not by myself when I say that I miss UWN dearly. Do you have any news on that? I tried to ask David, but he ain't talking. There are no shows booked as of right now. So there are no new television programs. The television shows are new if you haven't seen them. I'll say that. But you can check that out. There will be one tomorrow at noon right here on the YouTube page. Yeah, Dave Marquez is the guy for that, Patrick. Sorry, I don't have any updated information. Hope Sandman brings the beer, cigarettes, and the cane. Well, Keith, the day is sponsored by Ghost River Brewing. So I'm sure there will be some beer in the house. Rob says Marty Bell versus Cassandra Golden would be sweet. I haven't seen Cassandra Golden in a while, so I don't know if that's happening. Patrick says Mike Anthony's crazy. Willie says Cassandra Golden versus Allison Kay. That's random, Willie, but I would like that. Robert says I grew up around Mr. Olympia, Jerry Stubbs, Robert and Ron, full the Wild Samoans, Austin Idol, Kevin Sutherland, and others. Man, that's a star-studded lineup right there, Robert. Jay, not so smooth, strikes again. All right, folks, if you missed the episode, go check it out. You can put your comments in there and all that stuff. If you have a question, we do our best about going back and answer them, especially on this live. Also, what I want to do today for members only, coming up at about 3 to 3:30 p.m., I'm going to be doing a live Q&A from the WrestleCenter for members only. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you'll have to join. You can join me live or send me the questions and you can watch it back. But that'll be available today for members only. I'm coming to you from the WrestleCenter. How do you feel about the Olympics so far? I don't feel a whole lot about them, actually, Adria. Haven't paid attention quite as much as I should, but I do keep up with a little bit of basketball. And, of course, you can't help without seeing the great Simone, right? Like and subscribe, says Rob. I figured you'd have talked with Dave Marquez since he writes the checks for you. I don't know where you get this stuff, Patrick, but that's not how this works. Dave Marquez does not write the checks for me. Rico Dawson, take care. Dustin, hate spell check. Does Patrick work for the UWN? Memphis Wrestling is new every week. Yeah, I don't know where you're getting this from, Patrick. You should probably join members only and come join me for that live chat because I think you got it all backwards. Bye, Dustin. Have a great day. Thank you, Andrea. Glenn, how many times you wrestle at WrestleCenter? Wrestle at the Wrestle. There's not a Wrestle Center in Dyersburg, but there is an entertainment center in Dyersburg. And coming up on Saturday, September 7th, it's Generations of Champions. Memphis Wrestling returns to the Dyer County Fair. Glenn, I hope to see you there. I recognize that woman the moment on Dynamite as former NWA World Champion Camille. Yes, I love Camille. Trying to get her back in Memphis Wrestling as well. Anyways, I've rambled too long. Folks, I am Dustin Starr, and I will see you tomorrow live at the WrestleCenter. Memphis Wrestling's paving the way for the rest of UWN. Come on, Rob, that's not true. Finally got to be able to speak to you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Robert. I really appreciate it. Get the membership, Patrick. It's calling you. Oh, yeah. He did say you and him are partners. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he writes the checks for me, Patrick. You're just making shit up. Rob says, oh, yeah, 3:30 Central. Yes, Jeffrey, 3:30 Central. I will be live at the WrestleCenter. And I'll be on here for members only. And I'll see you guys there. Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. It's always a highlight of my week talking to you guys. You don't have to apologize. You're just wrong. That's all. See you guys.